Let's say we have 2 points on a surface. Consider these 2 points A and B on this surface. So this is point A and this is point B. By joining these 2 points, by joining point A to point B, we get a line. Now AB is called a line segment. Now we are going to introduce one more point on this surface, say C, and explore what can be formed using another point. Now it depends on where the point C is. Suppose the point C was somewhere here. Suppose it was here, in line with A and B. There's another term for being in line with A and B. It's called collinear. Point C is collinear to the points A and B. What can be formed? Just a line. This line AB can be extended and we form a line segment AC. So if you consider the point to be collinear with A and B, we get a line segment. But let's not consider C to be here. Let's say that C is here where I have marked C already. Let's say that this is C. Now by joining pairs of points, meaning if I join A and C and join B and C, now what I get is a triangle, a three-sided figure. We get a three-sided figure, triangle, or a three-angled figure. So this has three sides and the three sides form three angles, right? And we have, of course, learnt a lot about triangles. We know what a triangle is and we know the properties of triangles. Now this video is going to introduce us to a new shape with a fourth point. Say we have one more point here, D. Say that we have a point D. Now let us join the points in pairs. Now let me just take away AC and the three angles which I had marked already. Now I have already joined A to B and B to C. Now let me join C to D, right? And let me join A to D. Now I'm getting a perfect shape. It's not necessary that I always get a perfect shape. What if my points are like this? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what if I join these 4 points in order? This point, the first point to the second to the third to the fourth, and the first to the fourth again. See, now once again I have a four-sided figure. If I name it, I have a four-sided figure ABCD with sides AB, BC, CD and AD, right? And such four-sided figures are called quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals. And what we are going to explore in the upcoming videos is about quadrilaterals, the four-sided figures and their properties. Why are four-sided figures so important? We've seen the importance of triangles in our earlier videos. We've also seen the importance of circles. But now why are four-sided figures important? Now just look at the blackboard in front of you in your classroom. It's a four-sided figure. Even the laptop or the mobile in which you're looking at this video is also a four-sided figure. So four-sided figures are all around us in our world, and it's important for us to know about four-sided figures and the specific properties, if any. But do always 4 points form four-sided figures? That's a good question. Does always do 4 points? So suppose I have A, B, C and D. Do they form four-sided figures? If you look carefully, A, B and C are collinear to one another. They form a straight line, right? A is joined to B, B is joined to C and C is joined to D. Now I may not get a four-sided figure. So the important property to form a quadrilateral is that the 4 points which form a quadrilateral, none of them should be collinear to one another, right? You should have 4 non-collinear points in order to form a quadrilateral, right? And these points with which a quadrilateral are formed are called the vertices of the quadrilateral. These are the vertices, right? And we have many categorizations in quadrilaterals. If you look at the sides of a cube, you look at a perfect square. If you look at the walls of your room, most of the times you have a rectangle. They are all quadrilaterals. A square is a quadrilateral, a rectangle is a quadrilateral. And the kaju barfis or some of the sweets which you eat are all quadrilaterals, but they are neither a rectangle nor a square. You get some other shape. Sometimes they look like this, right? I'm not drawing this shape properly. Let me draw it. Yeah. Right, diamond. Sometimes you call them diamond shaped, but we have a separate term for that. For this, it's called a parallelogram. This is called a parallelogram. And sometimes you may come across some other quadrilaterals called trapeziums. You may even look at kites. Of course, the name suggests the kites which flies, right? Yeah, it's something similar to that. So there are different categorizations of quadrilaterals, and we are going to look at them one by one and explore their properties. Till then, thank you.